So you want me to testify for Jack Abbott because you feel responsible?
Well, I am the only reason he's involved in this custody battle.
Because you meddled in Diane Jenkins's scheme.
To protect you. I wish you would remember that. I would think you would be grateful.
My gratitude does not extend to Jack Abbott.
All right, look, can you please try to put yourself in my shoes for a moment? Imagine how it would be for Jack if he loses that child. A child whose mere existence is because of me. I would carry that guilt forever.
It puts you in a difficult position, doesn't it?
Yes, but you can help me. You say the hearing is today. It might not be too late.
Jack Abbott doesn't need me.
He came to you and asked you to testify.
Yeah, but wasn't he rather confident until recently that he would prevail in court?
Yes.
Well, then let's see if he was right.
Jack. Take a second and focus. Now, are you sure you're ready for this?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
All right, let's go.
Michael, what does this mean? The judge being ready to rule so quickly. It's good, right?
You'll find out soon enough.
Well, where are you going?
I'm going to my office.
Why? You're not going to be in there with me?
You've got your lawyer, and I can't stomach this anymore.
I see everyone is here. Make that almost everyone. Where is Mr. Baldwin?
He had other business, Your Honor.
In child custody cases, the court retains a greater degree of discretion than in most civil matters. There is one overriding legal principle to which almost all other considerations are secondary. That is the welfare of the child. Who and what best serves it, who and what best promotes it over time. As Phyllis Abbott learned 4 years ago, biological parenthood, while in some ways sacred, must occasionally be considered a secondary factor as well.
Well, you're right. There's no point in denying it. I did feel something when I was with Paul.
Love, hate, joy. What? Describe it.
At first, we were just so stunned to see each other. And then, on top of that, realizing that we had a similar reaction when we found out our divorce was final.
So you and Paul were able to discuss your feelings openly and honestly, right? Christine, did you hear me?
Catherine, I'm so sorry. My mind wandered.
Yes, evidently.
What were you saying?
Well, I was curious if you and Paul were able to discuss your feelings openly and honestly.
Maybe we would have, but Isabella called. She needed to see Paul.
He went to her?
I told him to.
Why?
What are you asking?
Well, could the reason you let him go to her have to do with the feelings you still feel for Paul?
Doctor, how's Isabella?
Well, I'm afraid there's no change.
Doctor, would you please tell me what the hell is going on?
Well, it's possible.
Wait, where are they taking her?
CAT scan.
Why?
It's possible Isabella may have had a stroke.
Oh, my God.
Listen, I will check back with you as soon as I know anything more.
Five minutes to curtain, everyone. Any sign of Benedict?
I checked the school parking lot and the side streets around. His car is gone.
It's a mess. My parents are out in the audience. Why did he have to do this tonight of all nights?
Hey, the way you say that, do you know where JT is?
Look, the curtain's about to go up. We have a decision to make, okay? I mean, we can either wait for JT or we can just cancel the whole thing.
Well, there might be one other option. What? Hey, why are you guys all looking at me? Well, you have been running lines with Brittany every day. Yeah, so?
You know Benedict's part, don't you?
I guess.
And you've been in the audience watching the rehearsals, which means you probably know the blocking.
Okay, now hold on. Wait a second.
Please say yes, Ralph. Please, please. I mean, you'd be saving my life. I mean, if you forget your line, I can just prompt you from the wing.
No, that's not it. It's just... What? Me on stage? Okay. Brittany, what do you think?
I think we found our new Benedict. Okay, then it's settled. Okay, Ralph, you hurry up, go get in costume, and I'll notify the audience that there's been a last-minute cast change.
Let's go, man.
We need to talk, Amanda. You hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
I'm in the park across the street from the school.
I can't leave now. I'm in the middle of helping with the play, okay? Look, we'll meet somewhere else later.
Sweetheart, I'm tired of you putting me off. If you're not over here in 5 minutes, I'm coming there.
You believe this?
What?
JT is still not here.
What are you gonna do?
Well, Raul's gonna step in for him. And here we all told you there was no reason to worry.
Mac, we need you. Minor catastrophe with a prop.
Okay, I'll be right there. Mom, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just, I got opening night jitters. Go on, go help him out.
All right.
I had no choice. I wanted to do what was best for you in the long run, and there was only one way that was going to happen. I hope you understand, but I did what I had to do.
Hey.
Ralph,
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
look, why do you want to see me, okay? Why did you have to see me right now?
I think you know, Amanda. Are you gonna get me that money from old lady Chancellor?
Ralph, I don't like the idea of stealing from anyone, okay? Especially Catherine.
She'll never miss it.
That's not the point. She has been very good to me. Plus, she's Mackenzie's grandmother.
Oh, so wait, let me get this straight. You have a conscience when it comes to a woman you didn't even know a year ago? But me, who, by the way, you're still married to, you don't care squat about?
No, I didn't
Look,
say that.
I'm getting pretty sick of this, Amanda. It's time for you to make up your mind. Are you gonna do this for me, yes or no? Because if you're not, you give me no choice but...
Stop it, okay? I'll do it. Somehow, I'll do it.
Hey, has the play started?
Okay, it's almost time for you to go on. Let me take a look at you. Okay, it'll do. It'll do. You don't have your makeup on yet.
Oh, I forgot.
Never mind. There's no time. Come on.
You will never run mad, niece.
No, not till a hot January.
Don Pedro is approaching.
Don Pedro, that's a cute. Go.
Good Signor Leonardo, you are come to meet your trouble. The fashion of the world is to avoid cost, and you encounter it.
Never came trouble to my house in the likeness of your grace. For trouble being gone, comfort should remain. But when you depart from me, sorrow abides, and happiness takes his leave.
You embrace your charge too willingly. I think this is your daughter.
Her mother hath many times told me so.
Were you in doubt, sir?
There were valid and convincing arguments laid out by both Mr. Abbott and Miss Jenkins regarding how each would be a good parent, providing Kyle with care, supervision, guidance, and a healthy environment in which to thrive. But one of the challenges the court attempts to address in these situations is how best to preserve the child's relationship with both parents. To that end, I was at one point considering recommending joint custody. Unfortunately, after what has transpired in this courtroom, I no longer feel that is a viable option. There are quite simply too many negative dynamics involved, specifically too much vitriol exhibited by Mrs. Abbott toward Miss Jenkins for me to believe a cordial and healthy collaboration in the raising of the child could even be established. This means one parent will, by necessity, have full custody and care, with visitation rights for the other. Out of a desire to spare him maximum stress, I have decided to do less rather than more to alter young Kyle's living arrangements. Therefore, I'm granting full custody to Diane Jenkins. Visitation with Mr. Abbott will be allowed, even encouraged. I'm aware this will be a complicated issue given that Miss Jenkins lives abroad. In my mind, the customary guidelines should still apply. A substantial period of time every summer and during holidays, as well as such reasonable visits as Mr. Abbott can arrange should he choose to go to Italy to do so. I admonish you to work cooperatively in this realm. If you cannot come up with a schedule that is acceptable to both sides, I will reluctantly step in, as I will if there is a conflict that risks harming the child. I want you to understand, Miss Jenkins. Whether you live here or abroad, I am retaining jurisdiction in this matter. Should I learn that you are not abiding by its terms, I will make appropriate amendments. Rest assured that I can and will see this order is enforced if I have to go to the U.S. State Department to do so. Is that understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Abbott, your access to your son will be in direct proportion to your ability to minimize friction between the parties. Supervised visitation is not, I think, what you want. Please do not allow it to become necessary. This hearing is adjourned.
When you think about it, it's really not that surprising that Paul and I reacted that way, coming face to face again.
Well, you were married for a long time.
There was a lot of chemistry.
Mm-hmm. Well, perhaps some of the sparks are still there. What do you think?
Well, attraction was never our problem. It's just... I'm making too much of this.
Come on, you are trying to dismiss this as nothing more than a physical thing, and you know there was more to it than that.
Not necessarily, okay? And even if there was more, the timing could not be worse. If I had come back to Genoa City a month ago, maybe. But Paul is with Isabella now, and it's a very complicated situation.
Yes, indeed it is. But when I spoke to Paul, he was on the fence about that woman, and that was before you returned to Genoa City.
So what are you implying?
Whatever complications do exist, if you are never certain where Paul stands now, will you always worry what might have been? Or possibly what is disturbing you is the fact that he's having a child with another woman.
No, he never intended to have this baby with Isabella.
You're coming back into his life through a kink in her plans. Yeah. Well, come on, yeah. What's that? What's that all about?
I'm just thinking that part of the reason why I asked you over is because I was hoping that you would tell me I was getting carried away and I should just leave Paul in my past.
Well, somehow I don't think you really wish I would have done that.
I wonder what's going on with Isabella. I kind of thought that I'd hear something by now.
Then why don't you call a call?
No, Catherine. I don't think that would be a good idea.
No? All right. I will. No, I will.
Dr. Eugene Erling, please report to the ICU. Dr. Eugene Erling, please report to the ICU. Dr. Walter Norris, please report to oncology.
Did you do the CAT scan?
Yeah. As I feared, Paul, Isabella had a mild stroke.
Oh, God.
Listen, give me a couple minutes with her, and then you can see her. Okay?
Paul? Dr. Walker Page.
She had a stroke.
Yes, I saw the CAT scan. The good news is the stroke wasn't massive. And because she was in the hospital when it occurred, we were able to treat her with anticoagulants right away.
I don't get. How could this happen? She's young and healthy.
It's a result of hypertension caused by her pregnancy.
Is she gonna be okay?
We'll hope for the best. Listen, Isabella's very lucky that you got to her when you did and brought her here right away. Otherwise, things could have been much worse. The best thing you can do right now is remain positive. Be there for her. This could make a big difference. I'll be back in a few minutes to check on Isabella. Please excuse me.
Phyllis, please.
Please,
Phyllis,
get
please,
out
hurry
of
up.
my way!
Hold up, you want to hit me again, you go right ahead. But you're not leaving this room until we talk.
I have nothing to say to you.
Well, fine, then listen while I talk. What I did was the right thing. What I did in that courtroom was the right thing. You don't see it now, but the ends did justify the means. If ever there was a situation where that was true, this is it.
Are you done?
No, I'm not done. I know you're hurt. It killed me to have to do what I did in there. But if I hadn't, you would have been hurt so much worse in the long run. Maybe it wouldn't have been as intense as what I did to you on the stand. But in time, over days, over months, over years, it would have eaten you away. That is why we decided that you would lose it before the cross-examination, so you wouldn't have to relive the pain of Daniel. And when I saw your courage wavering, I did what I had to do, and I did it for your sake.
You're gonna justify this, aren't you? Make yourself look like a hero. My God, you really are slime.
Paul Williams.
Paul, Catherine, I'm just calling because
You heard about Isabella.
No, what about her?
The baby was born. He's fine, but there were other complications.
Oh, God, what kind of complications?
Isabella had a stroke.
Dear God. Oh, how bad?
Well, they don't know yet. Listen, I have to go. I'll have to call you back, okay?
What happened?
Isabella gave birth to a boy.
He had a boy? You said something about complications.
Yes, she had a stroke.
God. What else did he say?
Just that the doctors don't know much more than that, and
Is he alone at the hospital?
I think so,
But would you please go over there?
Well, only if you go with me.
It's not the place for an ex-wife.
Oh, nonsense, Christine. For heaven's sakes, a man we both care about is going through a terrible ordeal and he needs your support. And God knows, so do I.
All right, okay, I'll go. But listen, I do not want to see Paul. Do you understand? I don't want to get in the middle of this.
All right. Let's go. Come on, get your purse. Let's go.
At least we got that settled. Next question is how to get the plan rolling. I don't want to take forever to get the goods.
Look, Ralph, I can't talk about this right now, okay?
Hey, don't drag your heels up.
Damn it, Ralph! I told you I only agreed to do this because you threatened to destroy my relationship with my daughter. Now, what do you think is going to happen to that relationship if I am caught stealing from her grandmother? Okay? So don't push me.
All right, calm down. When exactly do you think you'll be ready?
You have to guarantee me that no one will ever know I had anything to do with this.
Okay, well, we'll put our heads together and we'll figure out a way you don't look connected with it. How well do you know the Chancellor House?
Not very.
And we have to fix that.
How?
Go to the house alone sometime and check the place out. You know what I mean? Look for a safe, see what the old lady has in her jewelry box.
Ralph, I can't just walk in there anytime I feel like it.
Honey, you can get your hands on a key. I know you can.
It's not that simple.
Well, then get an invitation. I don't care. But do it quick. You hear me?
I gotta go now.
Hey, wait, I'm not...
I think I should make clear to you that my decision not to testify for Jack Abbott has nothing to do with vindictiveness. I don't think either he or Diane should win.
What are you saying? Joint custody?
Yeah, be logical, wouldn't it?
Oh, Victor, that would just create a whole other set of problems.
For example?
Well, first of all, that would require Diane to take up permanent residency in Genoa City. That'll be fun. I don't care how you feel about Jack. You know he's going to hate that. We all would.
Since when do I give a damn how Jack Abbott feels? Let's not discuss this anymore.
There's my big boy. There's my big boy. Sit here.
I didn't know you would be here.
Well, I want to surprise you.
Mrs. Newman, I'll be heading back into town a bit later to pick up Cassie from the school play.
That's fine, thank you, Miguel.
Mr. Newman?
Nice to see you, Miguel. So?
Are you gonna stay and read me your story?
I would love to read you.
I'll go get you one.
You bet. You find a good one.
Paul? Oh, I know you said you would go, but I couldn't stay away.
Thanks for coming.
Any change?
The doctor's in with him now. They're not certain the extent of the damage.
Is there anything I can do?
Pray.
Paul? You can go in now.
My lord, they stay for you to give your daughter to her husband.
I'll wait upon them. I am ready.
Go, good partner. Go, get you to Francis Seacole. Bid him to bring his pen and inkhorn to the jail. We are now to examine these men. We must do it wisely. We will spare for nothing, I warrant you.
Wow, Raul's doing a great job, huh? He's really getting into it.
Yeah, well, he has the best kind of motivation, since he and Brittany are really an item.
True. Don't scratch my head about that one.
I'm happy for Rao. I mean, he seems to really like being with her, so even if it doesn't last, it's still a good thing for him.
Yeah. Listen, Mac, there's something I want to get straight with you, and it's about Danielle.
What about her?
Well, I want you to know that...
Hold it together, okay? We're back in 15 minutes. Howie, if you rip those tights, I swear. You are doing so great.
Really? You think so?
I'm telling you the truth. You're stealing the show. I should be jealous.
You're doing an awesome job. Totally awesome.
You refuse to believe that I did this for you.
That is so much bull.
You wanted Diane and her kid as permanent fixtures in your life.
My life, Michael. See, that's the point. My life, not yours. Mine. Regardless of what I said or did not say, it was my choice to make on the stand. It was my call to live with the consequences.
And there would have been hell to pay.
What are you, God? You God? You can predict the future? You know what's gonna happen? Really? You crucified me on the stand. All the pain you dredged up. I kept on thinking, he's gonna stop. He's not, Michael's my friend. He's not gonna do this to me. But you did. You did it. You stabbed me in the back, and you didn't stop there. You took the knife, and you twisted and twisted and twisted. And you weren't satisfied with one drop of blood. You had to drain every single ounce out of me.
Listen, the judge has probably come back with her ruling, and there's no way that Jack is going to get full custody. And at least you have Diane out of your life. You're not forced to be stepmother to a kid you don't want. Believe me, this is for the best.
Oh, God, would you stop saying it's for the best? Just stop doing that. It's pathetic. You don't know what's for the best. You think you could read my husband's mind? Do you know how he reacted? No, you don't. I will never, ever forget the look in his eyes. I knew this was gonna happen. I will never forget the way he
You've
looked
got
at
to
me.
give him time. Give him time. Eventually, Jack will understand. Jack will forgive you. And even more, he's going to realize that none of this ever had to happen. The only person he has to blame is himself. And then you know what? He'll be the one begging forgiveness from you.
About his little soft nose and his round black eyes, there was something familiar, so that the boy thought to himself, why, he looks just like my old bunny that was lost when I had scarlet fever. But he never knew that it really was his own bunny, come back to look at the child who had first helped him to be real. That's the end of the story. See, like that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it's time to wash up for dinner, honey.
Do I have to?
Yeah.
What is it?
I just, whenever I see you with Noah, I remember when Nicholas was a little boy and you used to read to him.
Boy's so grown up. Trying to save his marriage. Or were you thinking of something else?
There's something about when I'm with you that you draw me in, and I don't want to do it. I'm not going to do it.
What's the matter?
Nothing. I'm going to get dinner.
Choked on one monologue. Could you
No, you did. You did great.
Yeah, no. Because I was looking at you and I was like,
Ralph, excellent work out there.
Thank you, Mr. Holzman.
Brittany, you too, both of you. I can feel the romance, the electricity. Shakespeare would be proud. Now, Ralph, how are you on the second act?
To tell you the truth, I'm a little bit shaky.
Oh, come on, man. You can do it.
Of course I can do it. And besides, why should I be nervous? I already got the girl.
Oh.
Found you. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
Yeah.
Look, these, are for good luck. I wish I could have got them to you a little sooner.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome.
I gotta go check up on things.
Whoa, slow down, slow down. I was watching the play. It's going fine. Everything is cool.
I just need to be sure, okay?
Listen. Oh. Mac was right. You are really nervous, girl. Hey, it's more than the play, isn't it? It's gotta be. I mean, that can't be making you act like this. What's the matter, Amanda? You shaking? Come on, tell me what's wrong. Oh. Oh, my God.
Dr. Carolyn Kipper, Dr. Carolyn Kipper. Infection control needs to see you immediately.
Any word on Isabella?
No, darling, still wait and see.
How's Paul?
Just about what you would expect. He asked me to say a prayer for Isabella, which I intend to do, but first I'm going to find a doctor because I want some answers.
Dr. Grace Sundell, Dr. Grace Sundell, report to the third floor nurses station. Dr. Grace Sundell, Dr. Grace Sundell, report to the third floor nurses station.
Isabella, I'm so sorry. Can you forgive me, please? When you called and said you needed me, I never should have hesitated. We have a son. I know you haven't seen him, but he is the most beautiful, perfect little miracle. And he needs you. Our little baby boy needs his mom. You have to be there for him. You see,
You have so much to live for. That's why you have to fight. You have to come back to us. I can't raise our little boy by myself. So please, I beg you, don't make me do it alone.
Custodial staff, please report to the cafeteria. Custodial staff, please report to the cafeteria.
I can't find anyone who can tell me anything more about Isabella's condition. Chris, what's wrong?
How about we say that prayer together? I won't say that I'm not relieved at how this turned out. But I only wish things hadn't gone as far as they
Save
did.
your crocodile tears, okay, sweetheart? You lied to me. You assured me you wouldn't be playing hardball with Phyllis on the stand. And what do? You send Michael Baldwin in to go for her jugular? Listen to me. I will never, ever forget what you did today.
What about what you've done? You conveniently forget that I am Kyle's mother. I have raised that boy since day one. I am the only source of stability in his life. I have seen to it that he's healthy and he's happy and he's loved, and you tried to rip that apart. And why? Not because it's what's best for Kyle, but because it's what's best for Jack. From the moment you found out you were Kyle's father, you have only thought about yourself. And you have the gall to accuse me of being unfair? Where the hell do you get off?
Am I really going to get lessons on selflessness from the likes of you? Oh, please.
Oh, come.
Kyle! Buongiorno, signora.
Come here, baby.
The custody hearing, signora, it's over, yes?
Yes.
And you won?
Yes, we won. Kyle and I won.
Oh, congratulazioni, signora.
Thank you. You know what? He's looking a little tired, so we better get home. Okay. You know, Jack, a while back, I gave you the chance to have a substantial relationship with Kyle if you would only drop your lawsuit. It was a sincere offer, and you turned your nose up at it. On some level, I still think Kyle could benefit from that kind of relationship. But if you continue with this attitude, I don't see how that would be possible. Because my son does not need people in his life who hate his mother.
Join us again for The Young and the Restless.